So today we are talking about something that affects most African creators across Europe and Africa. Many creators are producing great content, building communities, influencing culture, and helping business grow. Yet, many still feel unseen, unsupported, unrecognized. So the question is, are African creators finally getting the recognition they deserve? Joining me today are the founders of the Quodarkie Awards, an initiative that aims to celebrate and spotlight African creators, making an impact. Yeah, so let's get into it. So, welcome to the Lapotee Show, where we have honest conversations that inform, inspire, and challenge perspectives. I'm your host, as usual, Jay Martins. Today, we are joined by the team behind the Quodarkie Creator Award, an award platform launching in Germany with the mission to celebrate African creators, innovators, digital talents. We are going to talk about why they started this initiative, the challenges African creators face, and whether awards can truly help creators grow. Welcome to the Lapotee Show. Yeah, it's nice to have you.
Thank you, Senior.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Lapotee, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. I'm honored to be here.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
There are so many award schemes around the world. Why did you feel African creators needed another one?
Well, thank you very much, Lapotee Show, for having us. Looking at how the technology space is moving so fast, we think there are some people or some group of people or some talented people need to be recognized. And these are the creative industry, the content creators on our social media platforms. So there are people, these people are not really recognized. So we've taken the initiative to recognize them and then acknowledge and bring them to the limelight because they are the future.
You
Yes.
say not recognized. So is that to say that you feel like even though there are a lot of content creators out there and some people are getting recognition, some group of people are still not getting the recognition?
It depends on the individual, actually. Some of them are getting the recognition. I mean, you go on our media platforms, they do it independently. So for some reasons, they get to have the views for whatever they are doing. Maybe some of them have millions views, but it is not under an organization. Just like we have the Oscars, the other awards we have in Africa and then also around the world. So for us, we tried and we are trying to bring these people onto one umbrella so that it will be recognized everywhere, all over the world. Talking about the African content creators, most especially.
And what problem are you trying to solve with the Quodarkie Award then?
We're trying to solve the problem of bridging the gap between the content creators and the industry makers, let me say. We feel these creators are impacting lives, so the recognition that they need to have is not there yet. So we are bringing the creators and the industry makers, talking about the entrepreneurs, innovators, and other big companies. We are bringing them together to elevate the African youth.
So if I get right, in other words, the whole idea is to make sure that as these people are creating what their content and stuff, the people who own the industries and stuff that like as you call them industry makers who recognize them, also see their effort and see a way to, what's the word, award them or that kind of them, appreciate them, right?
Appreciate and elevate, the youth.
Do you still think African creators are still underrepresented despite the growth of social media?
Yes, because the talent we have needs to be more recognized than what we are doing now. There is this one, group in Africa that they are, for example, let's say a dance group. They have a lot of energy to which when we see or watch these people, they can impact the African youth, the lives in Africa. They have the talent, they have everything that it takes to at least be a role model to the other youth, the talented youth. But they are not getting it, actually. Yeah. I would say all.
All of them.
Yes.
Whoa. But if you
Visibility, I will give it like 70%.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time, they used to appear on our, mobile phones. We get to see them, but how are they, making sure they get what they want to do what they have to do? Sometimes the apparatus and the things that they need, most of them might be outmoded to get to create whatever they want to do. So this is why the Quodarkie Creator Awards are coming in order for us to be able to, if for instance a creator needs an equipment, we will try to get an investor to at least fund this creator to get all the equipment they need to work. So yeah, I think visibility, but funding and then the other ones, it's a little bit challenge for the African youth, for the creators, the African creators. Yeah.
It's interesting you said that. I quite remember some time ago somebody said something about sometimes when you are creating a content and even you are from Africa, sometimes it's even hard for you to monetize. And even when you are a content creator and you are in Africa, based on the people that watches your views, if most of your views are in Africa, it means whatever you are doing, like you're not getting that high as you should get. I don't know if you also.
Yeah. And that's the biggest problem we have in Africa. And this is why Quodarkie Creator Awards is here. Because they are creating the content, but they are not getting any money. And some time ago, we didn't even know you can monetize your page in order to earn some amount of money. And this is the problem with the African creators. Some of them will do the act, and then they will give an European account or an American account where they can monetize. In this case, the monetization money doesn't even get to them. It has to get to someone either in Germany, in Europe, or in America before they get the money. So how do you know how much money you are receiving? So these are some of the challenges that the Quodarkie Creator Awards we are trying to gap.
You just explained right now. I feel like this is something that has got to with the people that are behind the networks or own the platforms. How is Quodarkie going to solve this for a content creator who is sitting in Africa and cannot have their stuff monetized? They have to pass through somebody they know here, like you said. How is Quodarkie going to solve such a problem?
It's gonna take a while to. I think with the event that we are about to have, we will have industry players around, so the creators will get a chance to bring out or say whatever they have in them, or okay, we need this because of this and this and that, and then these industry players will also sit and then see how possible best they can get the monetization to the African youth to be able to do something, use their money to do something for themselves. So it's not like it's a one-day job. It's going to take time, but we are at least giving it a step, yeah.
If I understand well with the whole Quodarkie thing, for me personally, I was thinking it's going to be content creators that are based in maybe say Germany and Europe being appreciated. But then based on what you say, are you saying it's going to cut across trying to appreciate people who are in Africa? Because I just want to point out.
Yeah. I was in Ghana because of course I had to go to Ghana, and I had a chance to, be on platforms, being interviewed by prominent radio stations. I mean, Lapotee is one of the best podcasts in Germany and also in Africa. Yeah. So
France, thanks to you.
yes. So the reason being that, you see, the Quodarkie Creator Awards, it's an international platform, and we can't just sit on one location to spread our wings. We have to be on site. So like you're saying, I'm a Ghanaian, and I had to go to the Ghanaian indigenous, because in anything you have to start from where you are. So yeah, I've been to Ghana. I've had some interviews. We are including the Ghanaian creators. This year We are including the Ghanaian creators, the ones in Ghana, and the ones also in diaspora. When I talk of diaspora, not only here in Germany, I'm talking about everywhere. America, London, everywhere. All the Ghanaian diaspora content creators, and as well the ones indigenous at home.
No, I'm kind of curious, with what you said, because based on the picture I have in my mind, I feel like it's gonna be an award scheme that you're gonna organize maybe in an event hall or that kind of a thing, whereby nominees will have to come and receive their award. But based on what you're saying, if it's gonna cut across Africa, how can someone who is a creator and sitting in Africa receive his or her award?
All right. So, being in Africa to receive an award is so easy with the help of technology. I mean, for instance, when we go on TikTok, we can see people all around interacting with each other, having, for instance, podcasts, and they get to understand or they get to talk to each other. So this is what Quodarkie has done. Since Quodarkie cannot be at thousands location at a time, we are using the technology to reach to the nominees. So in this case, we will do a virtual, and as well we will do in presence. So the ones in Ghana who are not able to join us this year, we will be mounting a stage. We will have a projector that we will mount them. We will bring them on live on these screens. Then they will get the chance to interact with people. And then the ones here in Europe, for instance, here in Germany, and then in other neighboring countries in Germany, they will get the chance, because it's not too far, maybe an hour or two, get a chance to witness the program. They will come to the auditorium live. So that is the plan for the award giving.
I didn't even ask you, so how did we come about that name, Quodarkie?
Yeah, it's simply Africanism, Africanism. Yeah, when you mention the name Quodarkie, I mean, you cannot call, a white man Quodarkie. So the Quodarkie is for African people. Yeah, so in other words, Quodarkie is Africanism, it's Africa. Yeah, and so when I came here to Germany, I heard the name Quodarkie, and that's most of the time we used to, when we are interacting with each other, we say, oh, Quodarkie, and even some of our renowned musicians use the name Quodarkie for, so I decided to use the name Quodarkie so that it will resonate in people's minds. Yeah.
Anyway, we hope nobody's going to come and sue you for using the name Quodarkie, that maybe it's for them already. What inspired you for you to decide to go on with this Quodarkie thing?
When I look at how the talented African youth does things, I feel like we need to create something to recognize them, so that people can also see them. If there's anything at all that they can give out to these, creators, they can offer to them. For me, it's all about talent. Africans, we are very talented, and the Quodarkie mission is to bring the African talented, not only the youth, but anybody creating a content who is impacting the industry, the creative industry, positively. That is actually what we are targeting. That is what inspired me to bring out this Quodarkie project.
Because you feel like Africans out there are talented. That is why you decide to come up with this.
The creators, what they are doing, what they are creating, it's a world-class something they are doing.
That's why you decide to.
And they are not being recognized, and so we decided to recognize them, and then
Yeah, I mean, somebody could ask, why do you decide to launch this initiative here in Germany? You could have chosen everywhere, like you said. I mean, starting from home, like you said, because if you have to go all the way home, even to go and have some interview with some radio station, someone says, okay, then why not? I mean, start from home.
We gave birth to Quodarkie in Germany, and we also realized in Germany there are so many African people, African diaspora here in Germany. So we launched the Quodarkie mostly outside Africa, because we want to bridge the gap between the European countries and in the African countries. You know, if like there are opportunities here in Europe, so if we launch this thing here and the European investors get to see, they can get the chance to attend, and it's very easy for them to, come and then do whatever that they want to do with the creators. That's
It's interesting. Also, while we keep talking, we keep saying about Africa, but based on the conversation we've had so far, I can tell that it's more looks like a award scheme for Ghanaians. Because like you mentioned, you've gone to Ghana, had some interviews there, and then you are doing something here. I don't know if you've gone to maybe another African country already, but so is it a Ghanaian thing under the name Africans award or that kind of a thing?
for this edition. It's going to be for Ghanaians. So hopefully by next year, with the second or the third edition, we are going to involve the other African countries, for example, like Nigeria, because they also have to get to see the concept or get to know the concept, what we are about to do or what we have already done. We need to have some accreditations, that, they did it, they've done it, they started with the Ghanaians and it worked. So why not we join? So yeah, for now, for this edition, it's going to be the Ghanaian youth. But we do have some one or two Nigerian nominees in there, to which, we will be adding.
Is that not partial? You say this for Ghanaian, but then again, you find a way to fuse one or two Nigerians.
It's a Ghanaian, of course. It's a nominee. A nominee doesn't mean a winner. So with this nominee, I think the Ghanaian community really likes to watch them. They are very, funny, and it entertains. I think they are entertainers. They entertain their viewers, and so we decided to add them to it.
Okay. So even though you are focusing on Ghana this time, I mean, there's still some two special people coming from Nigerian.
Two nominees. I will not say two special.
Two nominees come from Nigeria. When it comes to the content creators and all this, we have a lot of people, So what I want to find out is who can be nominated and what kind of creators are you looking for?
Okay, so we are actually looking for digital creators.
Okay.
We are looking for influencers. We are looking for entrepreneurs. We are looking for investors. Yeah, we are looking for podcasters, media personalities and stuff. And yeah, DJs also as well. So anybody creating a content, anybody doing something with their phones, anybody doing something with their cameras. These are the people we are targeting.
Okay, but you said I asked people you're going to nominate, and you were talking about content creator, and now you spoke about investors. I don't think an investor wants to be nominated for an award, if I said that right. So.
Okay, well, we are not nominating investors.
Yeah,
we are not.
I asked the question, if I could rephrase it again. I asked you who can be nominated and what kind of creators are you looking for?
We are still looking for entrepreneurs. We are still looking for investors. So let me start line that, and then let me put it this.
So even though the whole idea or the concept of the Quodarkie Award is to award creators, you are still looking for people who want to invest and be a part in helping to nominate. Oh, okay. So can creators in the diaspora also participate?
The idea was for the African diaspora.
Oh, okay.
But we realized we still have to get the African countries, the indigenous, involved. Because the reason being that anything that happens here in the diaspora, most of the time comes from home.
Okay.
Anything we talk about, any debates, any controversies, anything that happens. Recently, we had flood in Ghana, and we are all talking about it in diaspora. We were like, so how could the government help, resolve all these issues? Because it's like every year there is flood, and the government are still not doing anything. We, the diaspora, we know what the countries have made, things they've put in place for the I mean, not to flood the people when it rains. But in Ghana, all these things happens, and then we, the diaspora, we are speaking a lot about it. So we decided, we are like, okay, no, in Ghana is the problem. We have to get there. We have to get to the people, the indigenous, the Ghanaians. That's why we decided to add, the indigenous, the Ghanaians.
Many awards becomes popular contest. Now, how are we going to make sure that Quodarkie is going to maintain fairness and credibility?
Yeah, so we have a system in place, and when voting starts, we will get a chance to publish all the votes online, if possibly. And also, we have a panel, we have board, we have judges that check if a person is eligible to be awarded. The public will get a chance to vote for their favorites, but also the board or the judges will also decide and have their say on the vote. So we have a 60-40 vote, 60 for the public and then 40 for the panel, for the judges. And so I think this is fair. I mean, they will sit and then they will debate and talk about it, how this person, if they are eligible, then we will give him the vote, the winner.
Okay. But so speaking of this voting, how is it going to happen? Like, how do people get to vote for their favorite creator or that kind of a thing? How?
We have a website, actually. We decided we couldn't find any way than to create a website. So with this website, every person can visit our website and then check the page. We have home, we have the category, we have the vote. So, for instance, if they are to vote for the creator of the year, when they go to the voting session, they will see the nominees there, and then they can check the ones they want to vote, and we have a prompt there. So you click the prompt, and then it will take you to another page. Then you follow the procedure. Yeah.
And how do you make sure that one person is not voting more than once?
Well, it all depends. It's not like one person voting for like if, for instance, if I want to vote for Lapotee and I feel like voting 10 times for Lapotee, I can equally vote for Lapotee.
How do you vote if one person votes for one person like 10 times? How does that work? That's multiple counts on one person. How does one person vote for one creator 10 times on one award?
Like I said, we have, when you go to the website on the vote session, we have 3 votes, we have 7 votes, and then we have 20 votes. So if a person can vote 20 times, depending on how much, there is a tag to it, there is a price tag to it. So if, let's say, for instance, the person is voting 20 Ghana cedis, or maybe 3 Ghana cedis, 3 euros, then the person will get like 3 votes for the nominee. If, for instance, the person wants to have 7 votes, the person can also have, I think we'll be paying €5 or €25. That will count for 7 votes, and then it continues like that.
Oh, so in other words, people are going to pay to vote. If you are voting for a nominee, someone that you nominate, and you wanted to vote for the person like 100 times, 10 times, there's an amount you pay. So for each vote you vote for the person, you are paying.
Exactly. Most definitely.
I guess this is time to show the people that you love as content creators love. I mean, because if you know someone right now, you feel like they are content creator and you want to show them much love, Quodarkie has designed a system whereby you don't even have to vote for one. So you want to make sure the one that you love, the content creator that you love, you want to see them win, you can vote for them as many times as you want. Did I say that right?
Yeah. For real, yes, for real.
Yes. So I just want to find out what matters most when evaluating your nominees. Is it numbers, influence, consistency, impact, or something else?
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency
Yeah. In creating.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Will public voting play a role on how you balance the popularity and genuine impact?
I mean, people. Like I said earlier, people voting. Of course, we need the numbers. Okay, we need people to vote in order for the Quodarkie project to also move on. And we've designed something for the nominees, the winner. We actually have something very nice for the winner, whoever is gonna win a category, and all these things. It gets to money. Everything has to be done with money. So these fans of the creator or the nominee can be like, okay, if this money is going to my creator, or if this money is going to the one I like, fair enough. Maybe I might not get a chance to personally hand it over to him or her. Let me do it in the form of voting. Then,
So if I get it right, are you saying let's say if one vote counts for €5 and someone is nominated and they have like say €1,000, you are gonna times 1,000 by the €5 and that's what they are getting? Is that what you're saying?
you mean they are going to get?
If one votes, it's €5, and just say so one person decides to vote for somebody for 10 times, which is 5, 10, 50, and €50, and let's say another person decides to vote maybe 1,000 times or whatever, and it becomes €1,000. The nominee is going to have €1,000.
This is how we've designed the voting system to be. We actually, the nominee is actually not going to have the 100% revenue votes. We've designated an amount of, we've actually designated a fraction, let me say, a percentage for the voter. Because we also get to have to do other stuffs. And not like the voter will get all the money, but there is a reasonable percentage for the nominee, not the voter, the nominee.
So based on what you are saying, if someone is nominated and they even decide to win, and let's say people vote for the person, and let's just 10,000. Let's say people vote for them to the tune of €1,000, of €2,000. The person is not walking away with €2,000. You guys are going to give them a fraction of the €2,000.
The person is going to get
If we say a fraction, what are we talking about? Like 10% of 2,000 or 50%? Or I mean, people would like to know, because somebody say, "Oh, if I have to tell my friends for them to come and vote for me, and then I don't have all the money, then let them. If they really like me, they can come and give it to me." These are all things we have to think of here. So,
I mean, that one, I cannot say it here. I cannot say how much percentage we are going to give to the nominee, but I can guarantee that it's very reasonable, that the nominee will be very much happy about it. Yeah. And then also, like we said, it is also recognition, to get to meet influencers, to get to meet these investors we are talking. Who knows? Maybe you can strike a deal much heavier than what you got on the voting side. So it's not only about the money side. It is not only. We shouldn't always be like, okay, how much money should I get? Money is important, but also how you craft yourself, how to be able to meet these people and see how best we can move on with the project. That is much important.
all right, guys. So, like I said, I'm still here with the guy behind the Quodarkie Awards scheme, and like he said, if you happen to be nominated that day and you win, you are definitely going home with some cash. But like he's saying, it's not just based on the cash. Of course, there are going to be other.
We have a pokal as well. We have the trophy.
You see, there's going to be a trophy too. So it's not just the cash. There's going to be other things that are involved. And like I said, it's just a platform that is creating the opportunity for you to be able to meet investors face to face. So don't just think, oh, after people vote for me, then they cut my money into three and they give me one. No, it takes a lot to actually put something like it together. So one way or the other, there's cost involved. So like I said, still here with the guy behind the Quodarkie Award scheme. If in case, let's say Lapotee TV or decide to win Quodarkie Award, and what value does this bring to the career beyond the trophy and the money you are talking about? And the investors. Maybe there's something else I don't know.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Lapotee TV has the confidence already. I don't know. I don't think Lapotee TV is looking for confidence. So you have to convince us better. Yeah.
I would say confident. I mean, this is the package. This is a well take home package that, I mean, every influencer dream of. You know, like I said, you have the confidence. You have your the certificates you can boast of. You have the trophy. You can add to whatever you want to do, and as well, striking a deal with investors. Who knows? Yeah.
You said something that I don't want to let it slide. You said something about certificates and trophy and this. I mean, if you quite remember well, it's not been long in Ghana. There was this guy who ended up saying that he was giving an award. He ended up giving the king of rap in Ghana, Sarkodie, award. And then it turns out to be like, I know there's no accreditation to it. He was not even somebody that is recognized. I don't know how he came about it. Was able to convince and give a group of prominent, important people in Ghana. So now we are talking about Quodarkie Award. What's the accreditation of Quodarkie Award? Like, I don't know if I asked that question right, but like, someone will ask, who is Quodarkie to begin with, and why would I want to receive an award from Quodarkie? I mean, who knows Quodarkie? I mean, I don't know if I'm asking the question right. Yeah,
Chill.
I
Yeah.
wanna put myself in the shoes up, and a creator will like, who is Quodarkie? Why would I want to come and take an award from Quodarkie? I mean,
Yeah. So Quodarkie is an organization registered here in Germany. Yeah, the organization is actually registered. We have all the accreditations here in Germany. And yeah, it is a newly formed group that we have the Quodarkie Creator Awards as a sub of Quodarkie Group. You know, yeah. So it's a group actually. We do other stuffs. We do other businesses as well. And so Quodarkie Creator Awards is part of it. It's registered, and you know there is nothing like what you said. Quodarkie Award is accredited, very much documented. So there's nothing like Kululu Bia. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but if I could, let's take Ghana for example. There's this is it Vodafone Ghana? Is it Vodafone Ghana Music Award or whatever? Now, without anybody even asking, we know that the company that is behind it is Vodafone. So that's why I'm saying you just mentioned the name Quodarkie, and you said you have other businesses. So can someone say, okay, this is the company behind? This is who is behind, or this is just somebody who I just go and sit down. I feel like you want to put something together. You know, people need to have some kind of accreditation attached to it and say, oh, okay. It's just like, let's take for instance, when you go to Ghana, school in Ghana, and you completed University of Ghana. Everybody know University of Ghana and knows that this certificate is coming from university. So Quodarkie Award, for somebody who is receiving Quodarkie Award, where can they stand and they're like, oh, I got a trophy from Quodarkie Award. They have investors from blah blah blah. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, the Quodarkie Award is, like I said, it's a group that we've putting up this initiative, and something new. I mean, I can say even with the Vodafone Music Awards, when it started, it wasn't that loud until it's been almost like 20 years for now. I believe the Oscars and then the BETs, when they started, it gradually evolved. So this is the initiative that we've put in place, the Quodarkie Group initiative. We've put in to get to recognize our creators, the influencers on our media platforms. So with time, with the help of Lapotee TV and then our viewers, we are very much assured that Quodarkie will get to the internet. That is actually our aim, our vision, to get to the international stage, for everybody to be recognized. I mean, for the project to be the Quodarkie Awards to be recognized as one of Africa's award scheme, being held in Africa and then also in the diaspora.
Lapotee TV will do what it can do to help Quodarkie get to where it is. But as we sit, as we are here, we're saying the name Quodarkie. who is behind Quodarkie, what investor group is behind Quodarkie, and we can say, okay, just like I said, if Vodafone started 20 years and it was just Vodafone, the name Vodafone was already there. If MTN started an award and someone mentioned it, MTN is already there. Anybody know MTN? Other than that, just you and I, someone would say, oh, this is just an African guy who has just woke up and be like, oh, I want to put Africans together and see whether I'll give them something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking. We know it's an initiative our brother is starting, which is something nice, Quodarkie. That is good. But have you gotten any investor and say, okay, we have this company behind us that is okay, pushing this. We have this thing, this individual, so and so who is behind Quodarkie. Other than that, anybody who's watching on Lapotee Tuesday and oh, this is just some African guy who decide to sit down or want to put something together. They come like that all the time. That's what they're going to say. So who is behind Quodarkie? Aside the fact that you have showed up being the one talking, trying to put this together, which company is backing Quodarkie? Which institution is behind Quodarkie to, to push this agenda?
For now, I would say we are still seeking for sponsorship. Okay. We are still looking for the giants, the big giants, and we are very sure that by the end of as we bring the program together, when we organize everything, we will get the giants. But we have other companies that are supporting us. We actually spoke with the University of Bremen. We are trying to get some other like Vodafone and also the O2s, and then the big giants, the technology giants in Germany here. So we are speaking with them. We will see how it goes. But for now, it is the Quodarkie group that is supporting everything. And like I said, if you are bringing a project, a new initiative, people would, for the first edition, it's somehow hard. And so the group, the people involved, they have to pull out resources in order to make a statement on what they are about to do. After the first or the second edition, then these giants maybe might see, oh, these people are serious about what they are doing. What can we do to help them? But we still have the investors. The investors, they are independent investors that will be coming over to get to see the creators. They are not going to partner or sponsor. They are just investors coming to negotiate or network with the investors, with the nominees. That is it about. For now, it is about the Quodarkie group. But we are hopeful that in the near future, we can have big people, big giants to support the project.
So like you said, you spoke to University of Bremen, but they are not on board yet.
They are not on board yet. Okay. We spoke with University of
other big companies will come on board.
Yeah. But we are speaking, we are reaching out many people. I actually didn't want to bring out names because we've not gotten 100% approval yet. So for the Quodarkie group, I can say yes, 100%. But with the other sponsorship, with the other partners, it is not yet done. And when it's done, everything will be set. We will put everything on our website. We put it also on our flyers, and then we will let Lapotees know.
Okay. Well, I hope you understand me based on where I'm coming from, because as Lapotee TV, I'm there to represent the people, and I'm putting myself in the shoes as a creator or someone who has something going, and then hears that, okay, I have been called to be on this. But so far, what you've said, it still boils down to a group of guys coming together, want to put something together and make it successful. And like you said, you're a group and you have other, I don't know if I got it right, other companies or whatever going, but so far you've not said anything. All I see is somebody who is trying to put something positive out there and is still looking for people to come and support. I don't know if I said that right.
Well, you can say it that way. And also, everything I made a statement that all started BBA ayana ashasena, it's a little bit difficult, because most of the sponsors, people used to get money from them, and then they don't do anything. They don't put up the show and then everything. And so, especially in Ghana, I used to get this a lot. So they would want to see how it goes with the first edition, and then though they have interest in it, but they still want to see how it goes, how the management can put things in place, and then they come on board. We've sent so many proposals out there, and we are hopeful. We hope that everything will work successfully.
Okay, we're also hoping so, yeah. And one more thing I also want to find out. So on the day of the event, you mentioned investors, independent investors who will be willing maybe to come and see if they could work with some of the content creators. Are there some people you can name and say, okay, probably maybe for one, let's just say maybe I don't want to say Tigo because Tigo is not even here in Germany. And maybe let's say, oh, this particular company or maybe this Afro shop is going to be there, or so and so is going to be there.
A lot. Technology giants, they're called MMD.
MMD.
Yeah, they will be there. I'm very sure Mercedes-Benz will also be there.
Mercedes-Benz will be there.
Yeah. O2 will be there.
O2.
Yes. Vodafone, I'm not so sure, but yeah, hopefully Vodafone will as well be there, because all these people are technology, the industries, they deal with this internet stuff and blah blah blah.
There are big companies you're calling. Somebody will ask, you've spoken to them and they are sure that they are going to be at the Quodarkie Award to be able to see which African content creators they are going to be.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they are going to be there. Like I said, they are independent, though they are not sponsoring for now, but they are independent investors that will be there to network with the content creators, with the creators, and then see how it goes.
Okay, all right. If you're already thinking whether you're going to be disappointed or not coming to the Quodarkie Award, then you are not going to be. Like he said, coming from him, he said Vodafone Germany, or I don't know, Vodafone Germany is going to be there. Is that?
Yeah, Vodafone Germany. We are in Germany.
And which other company did you call?
Okay, so Vodafone.
Yes.
Vodafone, like I said, not so sure.
Okay.
But O2 will be there.
O2.
Yeah.
Okay.
O2 will be there. Okay. And MMD. I mentioned MMD. I mentioned Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
We have, I don't know whether you know Chibo.
Chibo. I have not heard of Chibo yet. Yeah.
Okay. So all these potential players will be there to witness the event.
Okay, so guys, you heard it. It's not coming from me. So we already have some big companies that are going to show up there. So if you're a content creator, you're already looking for one of these ways to network with some of this company already, Quodarkie is making sure they're going to bring this boat to your doorstep. So keep watching. Like I said, still here with the man behind the Quodarkie. So it's something that's going to go on yearly.
Yeah, we will be having year edition. Like we've not decided where to do it next year. Maybe we might do it in Ghana. Maybe we might go different country. Maybe we can do it in London. But this year we are having it here in Germany. Yeah.
So, but what will you say to African creators that feel like they are invisible and they are not being, despite the fact that they are putting in the work?
Well, I can say they have to be authentic, and they should trust themselves. They should never lose hope. They should keep on doing what they are doing, and then be more innovative of what they are doing, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yes, so we want to find out, so 5 years from now, what will the success look like for Quodarkie? I know Quodarkie is just starting, but let's just give it 5 years.
Oh, to get to the extent, to get to the recognition worldwide, that when everybody hears Quodarkie, everybody knows what Quodarkie is.
So that when they call the Oscars, they also call it Quodarkie, eh?
For real, yeah. For real, yes.
And so, yeah. Even though I know you are starting and this is going to be the first edition, I just want to find, what legacy do you feel like you want Quodarkie to leave behind?
We just want the African youth to elevate themselves. Okay. We want them to be more creative. And want them to be recognized as well. So these are the 3 legacies we would want to leave, Quodarkie would want to leave behind. Yeah, just Africanism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a guest on the Lapotee Show, I have this question I call a rapid fire moment. So we're just gonna ask you, and then you obviously gonna complete the sentence for us. Who is that one African creator that you think everybody should follow right now?
Wow, this is a very tough question. I think Wadamaya.
Woody Maya. Oh, okay. You just said that. Woody Maya. Okay. Is it gonna be fame or impact?
Impact.
Impact. Oh, okay. African's next. So African's next creators capital. Is it gonna be Lagos, Accra, Nairobi, or Johannesburg?
I think it will be Accra. Yes, yes.
You're working within Ghana for now. Okay. So 3 words that describe Quodarkie.
Authentic, loyal, let's say recognition.
Recognition. You heard that right. Yeah. So what does winning a Quodarkie award truly represent?
Africanism. Yeah, to be proud of yourself as an African.
Okay. Finish the sentence. African creators deserve
Empowerment.
If someone remembers one thing from this conversation, what do you want the message to be?
Uplifting.
Uplifting. Yes. All right. So I'll say thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Lapotee. Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your vision with our audience. Today's conversation highlights an important reality. African creators are contributing to culture, business, entertainment, and innovation across the world. The challenge is not the lack of talent, but creating more opportunities for the talent to be seen and celebrated. If you are a creator, entrepreneur, influencer, or someone making an impact in your community, this may be an opportunity worth exploring. To learn more about Quodarkie Creators Award, nominate a creator, purchase a ticket, or talking about purchasing a ticket. Are you guys going to sell tickets? I didn't even ask you that.
Yeah. We have the website. Everything will be there. Okay, so these are, let's say, these are forms of supporting also. You know, the public supporting Quodarkie some way, somehow. We have the ticket side on the ticket page on the website. Okay. So when the time is near, we will open the tickets so people can get to purchase online. And yeah, everything. We actually make it very simple. All you need is your email. Maybe if you have a credit card, you can use your credit card to purchase. You have your email, we'll get you your QR code. And when you come to the program, you just scan the QR code and then we will approve you. Yeah.
Okay. So you heard that. Purchase a ticket or explore partnership opportunities. Check the link description that we're going to put below. If you enjoy this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And turn on the notification so that you never miss any episode from the Lapotee Show. I'm Jay Martins, and this has been the Lapotee Show. Until next time, keep creating and keep growing and keep bringing your stories to light.